Hi there, Lauren Crawford, Yogi Lauren. In my last video, we talked a little bit about letting go. I mentioned that I'll be speaking to you about setting intentions, and this is a good way to start your 2021. If you haven't already created some resolutions, many of you may have done that. We look at intention, Sankalpa Shakti, this force of intention setting, of planning, as part of the yoga tradition. Why do that? Well, if you think about it, if you're not intending your future, if you're not setting intentions for the future of your life, of your journey, then who is? Right? What is driving you forward? Is it just a series of incidental instances that take you from one step to the next to the next? And if that's the case, then maybe at the final days of your life, you might reflect back and say, So let's be active agents in our lives. Let's determine where we want to go and ultimately how we want to get there. So this idea of setting intentions can be really, really helpful. And you can do this quite easily. It doesn't need to be something really, complicated. But if you spend some time in quietude, you get still, you get quiet, and just reflect and contemplate on the question, what is it that I need and want in the next little while that would help me to feel more self-realized, help me to feel more connected to who I ultimately want to be? And this might be on a material level, it might be on a spiritual level, it might be on a relational level, it might be on a financial level. And you set an intention to move towards that. And you use present tense language in terms of whatever that statement is. And you use that statement daily, multiple times a day, I would suggest. So when? Well, if you're doing regular meditation, yoga practice culminating in meditation, I would do it at the end of my meditation. I would also do it every day before falling asleep, getting into bed, relaxing, doing a little bit of quiet breath, and then remembering the Sankalpa and repeating it to yourself 3 times. Don't make it super complicated. Make it a clear and ultimately an achievable intention. Something maybe that you can achieve in the next 3, 6, 9, or maybe even up to 18 months, depending on how big it is in scope. And keep working with it. Keep that repetition. Even during the day, when you find yourself maybe in a situation where some patterns that you don't like are coming up, it could be you're triggered and anger comes up, for example. Pause, remember your Sankalpa, repeat it to yourself 3 times, and then move on from whatever you were just doing. This is a way that you start to break up some patterns, and you're working with that neuroplasticity in the brain to help to really be an agent for change in your own life, a co-creator of your future, shall we say. So do this practice of intention setting and start right away. Start now. It's the beginning of the year. It's the perfect time to do this. And what I've learned by working with Sankalpa is not to get attached to the outcomes. So sometimes when we set a goal, an intention, we kind of have a mental image of what that should look like. But create it and then sort of keep using that Sankalpa and then get out of the way and let the universe do the manifesting, because it will come to fruition, whatever it is you're working on, if you're working on it from a place of deep authenticity and clarity. But it may not be exactly what you thought it would look like. So don't get attached to what the outcomes are, but do the practice of working with Sankalpa. Swami Rama, the great guru of the tradition that I'm plugged into, said that, life without Sankalpa Shakti is not a life worth living. You need to be working with these intentions to arrive, to fulfill your higher purposes and goals and in life. So those are my words for this particular episode. Sankalpa Shakti, creating a present tense statement that you can remember readily and easily, that's going to achieve a need or desire that you have in your life now, and work towards it. You'll be pretty amazed how once you start working with Sankalpa, they do materialize, they do manifest. And this is really one of the boons of the yoga tradition is, practice, practice, and practice. and you'll start to reap the benefits of your practice. Remember, practice in yoga isn't just stretchy poses. It's a whole host of other things, including working with Sankalpa Shakti. Great. We'll see you soon. Take care.